When I started my lead gen agency, I was working full time, as you guys know, at Barnes & Noble's, trying to make everything work out and sign my first freaking client. I was following every single guru out there that you can possibly think of and burning whatever savings I had into the business. But then I discovered Alex Hormozi's lead generation strategies and I implemented them in 2024 and 2025. In just 90 days, last year I went from $1 to $21,000 a month, as you guys know. So today I'm going to break down exactly how I took Alex Hormozi's strategies and implemented them to my business to scale, specifically for service-based businesses like agencies, which you're probably already running right now. Let's hop to the breakdown right here on the freaking computer. All right, so for those of you guys that do not know, Alex Hormozi sold Gym Launch for about $46.2 million. And the main reason why is because he built an end-to-end infrastructure, okay? So what he did for gyms, he said, hey, look, your gym is at a level 1 gym. I'm gonna take your gym from a level 1 gym where it's at right now to level 5 gym. Here are some things that have to happen in the middle, okay? Source qualified leads, outreach to qualified leads, sales nurture process, client fulfillment, client retention, and client experience / results. So the same thing is true in your agency. Now, like I said, obviously, the first link right down below is the exact playbook, step-by-step playbook as to how exactly I scaled 20K a month in 90 days. Just fill out your email, literally just your email. You'll get access to some back-end modules on my school too, like I said earlier. So with that being said, you guys, the Extreme Lead System is a system that generates consistent lead flow. So Alex Hormozi said, I have to solve the getting leads problem for businesses. I have to solve the getting on calls with qualified leads. Then he said, I also have to solve the close rate issue, because guess what? You can source as many leads as you want, but at the end of the day, if you can't qualify them and you can't get them on a call and close them, it's useless. And then client fulfillment, which is long time. So he had to come up with something that basically shortened the time period and compressed the time frame to get his clients' results. And client retention, so he could reduce churn. Because let's be real, I've had so many clients churn in my agency when I first started off and I was targeting local brick and mortar businesses. And then client experience slash results, is the next thing as well. So making sure they stay too. So client churn as well. So he did this with Gym Launch and he understood the importance of an end-to-end infrastructure offer. All right. Most people get it wrong. Most agency owners, most B2B lead gen agency owners at least, get it wrong because they try to target one problem instead of a full service solution. You know, a typical B2B lead gen agency is not going to take Alex Hormozi's advice. They're going to say, hey, we can get you X amount of leads or booked calls per month. Here's our overpriced monthly retainer. Notice how they just target one segment of a problem. They just target this, sourcing qualified leads, okay? And they just source outreach into qualified leads. That's literally it. Now, they are only solving 2 out of the 6 pieces in the entire puzzle for this thing to actually work fully. And this is why most B2B lead gen agencies burn to the ground in under 2 years. Now, my approach is very different. I sell to software companies as a lead gen agency, and I do it by using 2 softwares called LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Find Email. LinkedIn Sales Navigator historically has the most upmarket or company presence for businesses. So anywhere you go online, LinkedIn is going to have the most companies to sell to. And so now it's a matter of how can you position yourself in front of these companies, okay? So how do you position yourself in front of these companies? We use various different softwares. Obviously, the exact playbook right down below is for that. Like I said, fill out your email. The exact step-by-step playbook, this playbook, or this video, I would say, is sort of a playbook as to how Alex Hormozi did it. Now, I scaled from $1 a month in my agency to $21,000 a month in my agency while working at Barnes & Noble's in May of 2024, okay? So obviously, I transacted $1, installed this LinkedIn Sales Navigator system, started actually selling to established companies, and scaled $21,000 a month in July. So in under 90 days, we went from pretty much zero, rock bottom, to $21,000 a month, okay? Like I said, it obviously allowed me to buy a V8 and waste as much gas as I wanted to. I love that car. Anyways, guys, so back to sort of the video here. Most agency owners position themselves as, hey, look, we're just gonna get you leads. What you need to do is think about how you can not only outreach to the leads, but how you can actually improve the company's sales process, how you can help reduce client churn, and how you can overall impact the business, okay? This stuff isn't normal. Like, The results, well, first of all, I don't know if you guys can see this screen. Let me put something right here on the screen for you guys. Here's a screenshot of the wins channel from yesterday, just inside the Slack. I want to show you guys and see in this consulting group. Okay, so right here we have Juliana onboarded a client with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Robbie closed $8,000 today, selling to high intent companies. Obviously, split pay is 2.5 down, 5K, so about $5,000 a day. This is not normal results, but this only happens when you're positioned correctly and you're going after the right audience. Like I said, guys, these results are not necessarily normal, but with the right amount of inputs, this is actually possible. So when I say I sell to software companies, I mean that I target software companies using LinkedIn Sales Navigator, okay? Then I'll export a file using Find Email, and it will look something like this. There'll be an entire lead list in Google Sheets, and from there, I will simply just message founders with a very specific offer and outreach method in LinkedIn Sales Navigator to get them on booked appointments that are qualified. So, like I said, building and releasing an infrastructure, and I'm not even trying to be like Serge Guattari or anything like that, but the simple solution is, in business, the more painful of a problem you solve, the more you will get paid. It's the law of compensation. The larger problem that you solve, the bigger the problem, the greater the return will be in currency, which is you getting paid. So if you want to get paid more, you can solve a problem better, but every single agency is solving these problems, this one problem really well, getting leads. We have agencies that will be above that and be very good at that forever, okay? But if you can differentiate yourself and you can say, hey, look, I'm going to solve a multitude of problems that you have as a business with client churn, with fulfillment, with close rate, with qualified leads. I'm going to package it as an end-to-end solution. I'm going to sell it to you as a infrastructure. Okay. So this is mainly, obviously, the biggest credit to my success from going $0 to $21,000 a month. Showed you guys some case studies, some testimonials. Expectations, if you guys are starting off, if you're watching this video, you're probably in between, I would say, anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 a month with your agency, or you're a complete beginner. But most of the people that watch this channel are between $3,000 and $10,000 a month with your agency, okay? And what I would say is you're probably burned out. You probably are charging 1.5K to 2K a month retainers, and it's just simply not really working. Churn is high. You're frustrated with the results. Clients are upset on Slack, or client fulfillment could be going great, but inside you're sad. This is exactly kind of how I felt before everything got burned down, because mind you, I had been running my agency before it even got to this point. And I just had a bunch of clients churn around April, May. And this is just kind of when it really hit rock bottom. It was just like, I had so many clients. I was fulfilling with them through Slack, and a lot of them just churned. So that's something that really, really did not work out. And it wasn't until I actually started going up market and charging established companies retainers and upfront fees and infrastructure fees and things like that until things really got rolling. So with that being said, that's the extreme lead system breakdown, okay? Generating a consistent lead flow for your clients, targeting them the right way, and obviously qualifying them too. So the bigger the problem, like I said, the more you will get paid. And this is how you have to think as a business owner. You have to think in terms of leverage and not necessarily what you can do with your time to allocate the best results for these companies, but what you can do with your time to build more leverage in your business so you can be positioned as an infrastructure, not necessarily a lead scraping platform or a lead broker or somebody who just hands a company leads, okay? We want to elevate ourselves here. The entire point of business is to use this little agency vehicle to get us, to $1 million a year in profit or something like that. So you guys, that's exactly how I took Alex Hormozi's lead generation strategies and scaled to $21,000 a month in 90 days. Most people overcomplicate lead generation. They're chasing shiny object syndrome, whether it's cold email, cold calls, cold DMs, or whatever they're doing, building out a team. They're chasing something that they think is going to deliver them a better result than what they're currently doing right now. With that being said, you guys, I have the exact playbook about how exactly I scaled from $0 to $21,000 a month in 90 days. It's gonna be that first link right down below. Download that playbook. You'll get immediate access to some backend modules on school for absolutely free. Kind of my gift back to you, showing you guys exactly how I did. Yeah, with that being said, if you guys like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Drop any sort of questions you guys have down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys later. Mwah!